The iPhone. We all know what it is. But what is it that makes it the best smartphone? Alright guys, I'm just going to start this video by saying first off that I got a new way to record, so tell me what you guys think. It's going to be in 1080p, so hope you guys like that. So here's my iPhone. This is the iPhone 4S. It's white, 32 gig on Verizon Wireless. I have unlimited data, and I have unlimited text, and I have about, I'd like to say like 750 minutes shared. And I'm about to tell you why this is the best smartphone. Alright, so let's just go with the fact that this phone is, I'm sorry about this, there's so many messages coming there. This phone is a year and a couple months old, so it's that old. But here's the thing, unlike Android, this thing runs the latest operating system. This thing keeps up with the latest operating system. There's no need for me to upgrade to the iPhone 5. Actually, one of the reasons that I don't want to upgrade to the iPhone 5 is because this phone, I would say, is stronger. And this phone, I would say, has a better fit for me because it's smaller and I can actually fit it into places like, I don't know, here's an example, like the iPhone 5, like, I see kids with it, but it, like, is fitting, it's, like, coming out of their pocket, it's taking it out of that pocket because of how big it is. It's like, come on, I mean, you don't need your phone to be that big. Alright, so here we go. This is why I just absolutely love this phone. So let's just go, hold on, let's just go, this is the main thing, it's ease of use. Now, what I mean, hold on, I'm going to try to find out so I don't get much glare. I want you guys to be able to see the whole screen now. There we go. Ease of use. So what's amazing about this device is that everything is just here. There's no wondering about it. There's no thinking, where is things? Everything's here. You want to make a call. You call. You want to send an email. You got an email. You want to find your email? Literally pull it down, and then you're going to get your emails. Just like that. Now, I apologize for all the texts I'm getting, but you see, Verizon, if I can show you, oh my goodness. Huh, hold up. Verizon, focus. Awesome service. I just wanted to start with that. Alright, so anyway, so the fact that you're on a reliable network like Verizon, in my case, really helps the case. Second of all, is just how easy everything is integrated. For example, I'm not at my house, so I don't mind showing you where my location is. Just the way everything works. Like, you look here, and you see you got your weather. You can tweet. You can post to Facebook. Look at your stocks. You see your notifications. You got your notifications. You have your calendar. You have your tweets, Facebook, Instagram, your games. You have everything right there. Look at how quick it is. It's perfect. Now, obviously, there is some things I would change. Like, I would make it so you can get rid of individual tasks. But now that I've went into my messages, I might as well show you the next thing I love about iPhones. The messaging. The messaging is absolutely amazing on this thing. Now, what I mean by that is that it's literally perfect. Like, I don't see what else you would need in your messaging app. You find someone you want to text. iPhones have iMessage. So I'm going to put in my name, and I'm going to say, hey. I'm on 3G, and it's that quick. You can say with voice, and like everything on this phone is not a gimmick. Everything works. So if I say, I want to say, hey, what time do you want to go for dinner tonight? I could say, hey, what time do you want to go for dinner tonight? Question mark. And it's that perfect. that's just one of those things that it's like, damn. You got your emojis when you're texting. You got all the emojis, which I love these things. I mean, you got group chat. Like, look at this group chat I'm in right now. I mean, yeah, you could do all these things on regular smartphones, like Androids or Windows phones, but they don't work as seamlessly and as amazing as this does. Alright. Now, for example, how everything just comes together so nicely. So, let's say you go to, like, utilities. Like, if I ever lost my phone, I could locate my phone from my Mac. If I ever needed a flashlight, I mean, I can freaking use a flashlight. Like, absolutely absurd things that you can just do. And I know that Android can do this stuff, but it's not as easy, and this is not going to be as speedy on Android. And trust me, I have Android devices, and I'm using an Android device to record this right now. So don't think I hate Android. I'm using Android right now as we speak. Just Android is not up to par, I'm telling you. Alright, so the next thing I want to recognize before we keep going, the reason I believe that iOS is so superior than Android or Windows Phone is because you see Windows phones, they have these freaking 1.5 gigahertz like quad core. Like, this phone is underclocked to less than 1 gigahertz, and it's dual core, and it's the snappiest thing and could compete with really any Android phone out there. And this is an older generation device, so just keep that in mind. Next thing I want to talk about is the games. Games are freaking awesome on this thing. I don't play games too much on my phone, but when I do, I know I have a plethora of great games to play. Another thing as we keep going through here that I want to remind you of is if you could check on my battery. I do have low battery because I've been using my phone all day, but it has not moved from 10% this whole video. So the battery life on this thing is sweet. Next, really quick, I'm just going to show you a game. I want you to see how amazing the graphics are. And I know you guys probably know, but I just want to really set it straight. So I'm going to load up, Temple Run 2, because that's a new game. Now you just see how quickly it opened up. So quickly. Mind you, I do find that this game actually takes a little bit of time to load. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because look at the graphics. There's not one bit of lag. I dare you to find some lag. And I can just show you like what the game looks like. You can see there's no lag on Android devices. My friends have. I'm just going to play a few seconds of this game. On Android devices, my friends say that when they first load up their games, and I'm talking about they have like HTC Inspires, ooh, I just died. HTC Inspires and all these other really fancy Android phones, their phones, they say when the game first starts, they start lagging. So finally we lost 1%. Wow. You can see how long the battery lasts on this thing. It's pretty sweet. Next, I want to talk about the fact that, hold on, let me finish my point. I'm sorry about that. So as I was saying, they have all these really like powerful, like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 gigahertz phones, and they're lagging on games. When this phone is older hardware and it doesn't lag on any game, any new game that you want to put out. And I could open up any game on here. Like I could open up Infinity Blade and you'd see the same exact performance as any other game. Next thing I want to talk about is, before I get sidetracked, is right around here. This puppy. This camera is awesome. I'm going to show you some of the photos I've taken. You guys can laugh at all the text I'm getting. Let me just show you. I'm going to go into some of my edits. I'm going to show you the photos that I've taken on this. That photo was taken. I could show you the raw image, but I think the edited one looked cooler. These have been taken on my phone. That's not a good picture. I'm sorry about that one. But check that out. Like, these have been taken with my phone. That one's just a fun edit. But like, if you look at the picture, look at the detail in that. You can see all the little pieces of dust on that Swarovski crystal. That's another fun edit. So some of these are fun edits. That's me with no case. I usually don't do that. Look at that. Just look at that picture I took. Some of these photos that I've edited, that's an effect. It's supposed to be blurry like that. I took that one with my phone too. Like, look at that. So this thing has an 8 megapixel camera and it really shines. Another thing that I want to mention is that, as you notice, the bars are very consistent. Like, it maintains... Oh, let me focus. Come on. Come on. I know you can focus. I know you can focus. Ooh, almost got it. Focus. Hold on. Let me let it adjust. I'll just talk anyway. As you notice, the bars are very consistent. And now I'm getting ticked off. There we go. Gosh. The bars are very consistent. I've had 4 bars this whole video. So then it just goes to show you that this phone is legit. Now, I don't know if that's Verizon or that's the phone, but I mean, I've had steady service the whole time. And a lot of other phones, it will go in and out a lot of bars all over the place all the time. Alright, so let's just keep going through. So you see, it's just a plethora of apps. I'm going to load up the App Store real quick. I'm going to go into stores. As you can see, you can get really organized on this phone. So I'm going to load up the store. And I'm going to show you what we're dealing with here. Let's go to featured. Now, another reason why iOS kills Android is the App Store. The App Store on Android looks very nice, but look at the quality of apps we got on here. You got, I think it's, a couple million apps on the store, and they're all such high quality. And you can also notice on 3G, look how quick everything loads. Everything's really, really nice. Everything's broken up into categories. I mean, you guys know this stuff, but I'm just trying to show you the detail of iOS. And you see there's no lag whatsoever. There's no lag. I do close out the apps I don't usually use. Like, I don't go into the App Store a lot because I have so many apps already. But, like, otherwise, I don't really close any apps. They just stay open. I don't really care. Next thing I want to go through is, let's see, you got your music. I'm just going through some points that I want to come across. YouTube app is awesome, but that's also for Android. You know about that, though. You got the stores. Newsstand, I never use it. Next thing I do want to cover, though, is I want to cover data speeds. Now, I know it's network to network, is what you're expecting, but I just want to show you this. So AT&T's iPhone 4S's, let me try to get no glare on this. AT&T iPhone 4S's, they run on HSPA Plus, which is like 3.5G, I like to call it. So this is legitimately just EVDO Rev A 3G. And I'm going to show you what I'm getting as speeds. Now, they're not really great, honestly, at all. This isn't good at all, but nothing is hampered by this speed whatsoever. And I really, truly believe this is due to iOS. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. Look how bad my upload is. It doesn't even matter, though. I am in a bad 3G area, but the fact that my speed is not fast on my speed test doesn't actually mean anything when it comes to using my phone. For example, let's go to Twitter. And now let's try to refresh the feed. And boom, all the tweets. Let's go and click on someone. Time Moss, a good friend of mine. The picture loads that quickly. Let's go to his picture. It already loaded all his tweets. Everything loads. You don't feel like you're on 3G when you're using this phone, even when you are, because everything loads so quickly on 3G. It's the way iOS processes everything is just so great. Or, for example, let's go to Instagram. Loading pictures. This is over 3G. And watch it go. I guess this is like an intensive app as far as internet goes because it has to load all these pictures. But you see, I don't even have to wait, and it loaded all the pictures. It's loaded more. Look at that. Look at that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, your download speeds really don't matter. Like, in my school, I have really bad service. But even on 1 bar, we're talking, you're getting, still download speeds that are decent. Now, as you can see, my iPhone just died. And that is because I really was low on battery. And I haven't been calibrating my battery, so that's why you saw it was at like 7% and it died. That's because I haven't been calibrating my battery, which is one last thing I'll talk about before we end this video. Calibrating the battery, if you guys don't know, is when you take your phone and you make sure that you let it run down a good amount every single month. You run it down to 0 and then back up and you let it do its thing. I'm sorry I keep messing around with my camera, but I'm just trying to make it focus the right spot. So yeah, if you don't calibrate your battery and you have the battery percentage on, you're going to get some weird battery. Like, it's going to die and you're going to be like, what the heck? I didn't even think it was going to die yet. And that's just common. That happens because you haven't really recalibrated the battery, so the phone doesn't exactly know what the actual percentage is. So as long as you do that, you'll be fine. Usually my phone will actually go all the way down to 1% and then die, but I mean, I haven't calibrated the battery for a while, so that's why. So, at the end of the day, what did I really want to say about this video? Pretty much, I just wanted to point out the fact that when you have an iPhone, you have the full package, and it's easy. Okay, plenty of space, even with a 16 gig model. It doesn't slow down. It still handles, even though it's an older generation phone, the newest version of iOS and doesn't get slowed down by it. Even with 3G speeds, you can do everything you can do pretty much, except minus downloading like videos or like movies or like apps. You can pretty much have the same exact experience even if you're on an LTE device or a HSPA Plus device. It doesn't matter. Even with 3G, the iPhone is so good at managing its like software that it still is so fast on 3G. And then when you get to Wi-Fi, forget it. Like, you're talking instantaneous everything. When on 3G, you're waiting maybe a couple seconds for each thing. Next, you're getting good battery life. A lot of people will say, I don't even have enough fingers to say all the pros of this. You have great battery life. A lot of people say that the battery life isn't great on the iPhone, but it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you have your phone and you're playing games on it all day, yeah, your battery is going to be crap. But, like, if you have your phone and you're using it, like to text and browse and go on, like, like Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that, you can easily get more than a day of usage out of it, for sure. So, I mean, unless you're playing games on it, then I can see why you'd say your battery's bad. Second of all, this phone doesn't, here's something I can show you without the phone even being on. This phone doesn't wear. Like, this phone is so old. I mean, by so old, I mean, like, it's over a year old, which isn't so old, but it's pretty old. And you can see that there's no damage to it. Like, I'm trying to get focused, and I'm pretty bad that it's not focusing. Come on. Focus. Focus. I know it can focus, it doesn't want to. It's being a bum. Anyway, there's no visible wear or tear on the device. It's in perfect condition. So, I mean, that's another thing to keep in mind. I mean, you got your pictures. I mean, I can't even go on enough about this device. I've had Blackberries, Androids, I've had regular just phones, like, not even a brand. Like, I mean, it's a brand, but I mean, like, it's not a smartphone. I mean, I've used Windows Phone. iPhone, iOS is where it's at. And it's like, I'm not trying to, like, con you into it. I'm not, like, an Apple salesperson. I just can't get over how awesome this phone is. Like, every iPhone is the same that way, though. Like, if you have a 3GS, it's going to be slower, but it's still great. If you have the 4, you're going to love it. If you have the 4, if you have the 4S like me, you're going to really love it because it's super quick. And if you have the 5, you enjoy all the same things that I have, except it's a little bit quicker, and it's got LTE, and it has a bigger screen. So that's even better. But my point is for $99, you can pick up this phone in white or black, and you can have a phone that'll last you another 2 years from this time right now, and it's already a year old. So how can you beat that? Alright guys, this video is getting really long, and I want to charge my phone, and I got some work to do, because I haven't finished really all my schoolwork. So, oh wow, that focused nice now. Of course when I want it to focus. Let me just try to focus right here again, like I wanted to. Oh, look at that. Wow. So yeah, you see there's no wear and tear on the device. It's literally in perfect condition. It doesn't really get dirty either with this matte screen shield I got. So yeah, there we go. That's my little video, guys. Tell me what you guys think. And that's why I love my iPhone, and that's why I think it's the best phone. Peace.